Previously on Gears.
Okay, we joined by the one and only Spike the Car Guy. You know, I get very embarrassed because I don't actually know your real name.
Spike. Spike the Car Guy is my real name.
No, it's
Whoa,
not.
what's wrong with these headphones?
Okay, firstly, we don't have a name for this feature.
No, we don't. It's something it's a slight oversight on Sasha and my part.
I think people need to suggest a name.
Alrighty then. As
But
long as it's not cars with a Z.
No. We need to be a bit more original than that, I think. Okay, thanks, Spike. Sasha sent me an email. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know, because he usually handles this feature. But
Yes.
I know the first thing that we're talking about is NAMSA.
NAMSA, that's right. Can you tell me what NAMSA is, Daisy?
I actually do know because I
Yeah.
researched it a bit.
And?
I've forgotten
is?
what it stands for, but I know it's all about the strikes that are going on in the motor industry at the moment.
Well, you're kind of partly there, yeah. NAMSA is basically the oversight body for the motor manufacturers in South Africa. And what they do every month is they tally up the number of cars that each manufacturer sells. So with all the strikes going on, there was a lot of concern that it would impact quite negatively on the local car market, and it's not that exciting figures-wise to talk about. You know how many which manufacturers sold how many cars, but it's interesting to note that year on year compared to last year, despite the strikes, the sales are only down by 1.5% this month, and we're still selling more cars. From the beginning of the year to now, we've sold more cars than we did last year. September took a bit of a dip with the strikes on local sales. The export sales were the ones that took more of a hit on that because of the strikes. But locally we're doing okay, and it's following a trend that's also in the UK. The UK, a lot of manufacturers are reporting record numbers. So the economic upturn as far as car sales go looks to be there, which is good news. So would you like to know who sold how many cars, or which manufacturers are the most popular in South Africa?
Can we guess?
You can guess. One guess. We're talking local sales,
Local sales.
not combined with exports.
VW?
I also say VW.
You would be correct.
Yes.
You actually spot on number one. In second place, Toyota. Third, Ford and Mazda Corporation, which will be interesting because that has now split. In about a year's time, Ford and Mazda won't be reporting together. They'll be separate entities entirely. Some more interesting.
Where's Kia? Sorry.
Where's Kia?
Because they're coming onto the market quite hard.
Yeah, Kia are not in the top 10. But I have
They
a feeling...
started following me on Twitter today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. If you'd like to know how many Ferraris they sold last month,
None.
try
2.
again. F says 4. They in fact sold 11.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
but there's
I
a
think-
technicality with that
I
one.
think that's because a lot of F12s have been delivered. That's their new car. 127 Porsches got sold, so expect to see more Cayennes in your neighborhood. And they sold 2 Maseratis.
Those Cayenne cars are very popular.
Very popular the world over. It's done Porsche an unbelievable amount of good with the amount of cars they've sold. The Cayenne is everywhere, and everywhere it goes, it seems to sell in huge numbers. So that's NAMSA figures. Things are looking up compared to last year, and the strike hasn't impacted them too much this month. If you are a car fan, no doubt you know about the Johannesburg International Motor Show that's coming up now. In fact, where are we here? Next week, in fact. Starts on Wednesday, the 16th of October. It's at the Joburg Expo Centre in Nasrec, and it's running for 2 weeks, so you've got enough time to get down there, either after work one day or on the weekend, or just take a day off and go have a look at all the
it's
cars
longer
on
than
display.
normal, isn't it?
It was, in
Normally-
2011, it was 2 weeks as well.
Okay.
I think this time around it's 10 days or thereabouts.
How much does a ticket cost?
A ticket costs, depends. Are you an adult?
Just.
Okay, then it's 100 rand.
Okay.
Are you a child 12 to 16?
I just missed that
Okay,
category.
then it's 50 rand.
Although I did buy pants that were aged 13 to 14. the other
Doesn't
day.
count. It's not like you're going to rock up at the door and say, look at my pant size. I'm a 12-year-old. They're not going to do that. Yeah, $100 for adults. Children 12 to 16, 50 rand. Children 6 to 12, 20 rand. And if you're a child under 6 years, you get in no charge. And if you are a pensioner, you get in for $50. Shut up. There's a slight concern. Well, it's slightly sad this year at gyms. There is, in fact, no representation from any of the major sports car manufacturers. So there's no McLaren, no Ferrari, no Bentley, no Lamborghini. None of
Why?
them. I don't know. I have a feeling that there's going to be some last-minute phone calls from the organizers to these guys to say, please come and stick some cars on the floor. Because if you think about it, that's a large part of the reason that a lot of people go
Yeah.
to these shows to see, especially the special edition cars like Ferrari's 458 Speciale and the Aventador Roadster that's doing the rounds in Joburg. So it's a little bit disappointing that those cars aren't there.
Would there be maybe just a Daytona? Because Daytona does all the big brands.
Daytona, I got a tweet. I actually asked the guys at Daytona via Twitter yesterday
Yeah.
and asked them if they would be there. They said no.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, no Rolls Royce either, no McLaren. So it's slightly upsetting, but there will be a lot of manufacturers are bringing some prototypes. So there'll be a Ford prototype, Toyota are bringing one of their Le Mans racing cars. So there are still a lot of good reasons to get down there and have a look. That's gyms starting next week, the 16th, and running till the 27th of October.
Can I go back to the NAMSA thing? Because I did
No, you can't.
please, I did read up about it this morning.
Yes.
And I did make one point, and that was, do you think that the strikes could
Mm-hmm.
negatively affect future export contracts?
Yeah, I think it's affecting them now. The problem is with the cut in production. Obviously, they're not delivering the models that they're contracted to deliver. So I think the thing is now it's going to be a case of catch up. But I don't think it's a case of of anybody cancelling manufacturing contracts with the local plants, because we do produce some of the best cars in the world. The cars that we build in the Eastern Cape, for example, for Mercedes-Benz, for Volkswagen, they are rated as some of the best in the world. So I don't think it's going to have a long-term effect. It's just a pain in the arse and not very good PR for the country, to be
That's
honest.
very true.
Yeah.
Okay, now the Toyota 86 convertible.
Yeah, the Toyota 86 convertible, when Toyota Subaru launched the project, they very soon afterwards showcased a convertible version of the 86 and the BRZ. The Subaru BRZ and the Toyota 86 are essentially the same car with different engines and different badges. So what they did is they showcased a convertible version, and everyone got really excited about it. But neither Toyota nor Subaru said anything about putting them into production. So now it turns out that it looks like they've put the whole thing on hold. So if you were looking forward to seeing a Toyota 86 convertible or a Subaru BRZ convertible, it's not looking like it's going to happen. And the reason for it is they say the speculation is that there's a problem with, they're struggling to manage the weight of the car, because as soon as you chop off the roof of a car, it makes it less stable. The chassis becomes a lot more flexible, obviously. So what they have to do is then prop it up with extra weight in reinforcements inside the body of the car. And if they make that car too heavy, it kind of just destroys the ethos of the car, which is a lightweight sports car that's fun to drive. So the theory is that they're battling to manage the weight of the convertible, so they've just shelved it for now. So if you were looking forward to seeing that car anytime soon, you'll have to find a replacement to Perv, I'm afraid.
Just get hold of Spike or Sasha and you'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
They'll give you suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay, what's coming up on your show? RPM this weekend. This week, sorry.
Tomorrow night, Supersport 8 at 8:30. We have got, if I remember rightly, the Peugeot RCZ facelift. Kia Sorento facelift. We do a Continental tyre test against Continental's top-rated tyre and another tyre, which you'll have to watch the show to see what that's about. And we've also introduced a new BMW M135i into our long-term fleet, so we've got that car on show as well. So RPM TV on Supersport 8 tomorrow night at 8:30, and if you missed that, there is a repeat at 6 o'clock, also on Supersport 8 at 6 a.m. And there are lots of repeats right on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right through to next week.
I must say, sometimes my TV's just on Supersport generally, and then I hear Spike's voice pop up. I'm like,
sorry
yes.
about that.
That's very, very cool.
There we go.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daisy.
Hopefully
Spike.
Sasha will be back.
Sorry to interrupt you there,
Oh,
Daisy.
no
Spike,
problem.
before you run away,
Yes.
at gyms.
At gyms.
Yeah.
Are you talking about gyms throughout the country? or
No.
the Joburg International Motor
That
Show?
one.
Right.
Alpha. They're going to be there?
No.
Not.
No.
So no 4C.
No 4C, no 8C. Alpha and Fiat are not going to be there. and neither is Volvo. So the Volvo released a very sexy concept coupe recently. So those three guys are also, they're not there. But if you do want a full list of who is going to be there, go to jhbmotorshow.co.za. They've got a full list of everyone, including the kind of the extras, the guys that do suspension and gearboxes, and the truck manufacturers and the bus manufacturers, just in case you're into that kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
So there we go.
So lots to see.
There is still lots to see. It's disappointing, that Alfa Romeo is not going to be with the 4C, because that is a stunning looking car.
Beautiful looking car.
I saw it earlier in the year at in Italy. But yeah, they won't be there. But if you want to see who will be there, joburgmotorshow.co.za.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Spike. Hopefully Sasha will be back next week and he can chat to you, and he'll probably know a bit more than me. But
Thank you,
speaking
Daisy.
to someone with so much knowledge like you, it makes it so much easier.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Craig White. Nice to see you again,
It's
bro.
good to see you, man.
Cool. We'll see you guys next week.
Cool. Thanks.
GearsOnBalls.co.za with Sasha Martinenko and Daisy Fensham.
Weekdays 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.